So after a couple of months with the Big Battery Max2 12-volt battery, lithium iron phosphate, I've got some test results for you guys, and I'm going to break this down and show you guys what is inside. What's up everybody, my name is Dan, welcome to Freely Roaming. So a couple of months ago, I unboxed and gave you guys a first look at this battery pack. This is a BigBattery.com's Max2 12-volt, 3 kilowatt-hour battery pack. It's a lithium iron phosphate, and it is what I was saying at the time, a battery that you guys should get if you are not the DIY type. So after a couple of months of it, I want to show you guys some test results, and I also want to show you guys some features of this battery that I may not have shown you before. So first of all, this battery has performed really well. It is one of the probably best built and most user-friendly batteries out there, even though it is not the cheapest. And a few of you have commented down below about this battery, saying that it's not that cheap, it's better to do a DIY battery. Of course, as somebody who has DIY'd my own battery, I agree with all of that. However, not everybody should DIY their own battery, because unless you know all the safety precautions, unless you know everything about how to build a battery, how to build them safely, buying something that was ready-made is probably the best idea for somebody like that. And the reason why I think the Big Battery Max2 is the ideal battery for somebody like that is because there's a lot of safety features built right into this battery, and it's very user serviceable. So I will show you that in a little bit. But before we get into it though, I want to show you guys exactly how this performed. I did a complete battery drain test, a capacity test, and what I used is one of these things. I don't know if you guys have used these. These are really great little all-in-one battery testers, capacity testers. There's a built-in screen, there's a built-in shunt, and you power it through a outlet that plugs into the wall, and then you just connect your leads to the positive and negative of this right here. You can also test micro USB as well as USB-C. So this is really handy. However, this is not something that you will use all the time. This is probably something that you would use if you are a DIY battery builder, or if you're testing batteries like I am. So this is in place of having a shunt, in inverter, and also a load. This is an all-in-one device. You can kind of dial in very precisely how much load you want to have on your test. So the Max2 is rated for just a hair over 3 kilowatt hours. I didn't get exactly 3 kilowatt hours, I got 2.9. However, I did get the exact amp rating, actually a little bit over the amp rating out of it. So it took a little bit over 22 hours to drain this battery completely down from a fully charged state. I was using anywhere between 10 to 12 amps of power consumption the entire time. And that is, in my experience, the best way to simulate off-grid use in a camper van, like what a lot of people would buy these for. This is designed by Big Battery to be used in an RV. This battery is good for somebody who does not wish to DIY their own battery pack, but at the same time, you want a lot of safety features built in, because if you're going to be using it on a mobile situation, you're going to want fuses, you want ways to be able to mitigate potential fires. You want it to be user serviceable. You want to be able to keep an eye on everything, and that's what this battery will give you. Maybe you don't want the cheapest batteries that are out there, which this stacks up right in between the cheapest commercial battery and some of the most expensive commercial batteries. What's also nice is it has limited footprint. It is taller than normal. However, when you're in an RV, it's all about how much space it takes on the floor of your camper. And for a 228 amp hour pack, this is by far the smallest. And also, lastly, if you're somebody who wants to be able to access the internals for any kind of user serviceability, this is far easier than most batteries that are out there available. So as you can see, this passed the capacity test just by a little bit as far as amp hour goes. So I got about 229 amp hours out of its 228 amp hour rating. All right, so now we got the capacity test out of the way. Let me go ahead and show you what I mean by serviceability and also the safety measures that are inside this battery. So as you can see, this is all held together with stainless Phillips head screws. So that can be just easily removed with a screwdriver. So just like that, the top comes off. And then what you can see inside in there is the BMS. This is the Anderson connector. And also right here off to the side here is a huge 30 amp fuse, totally user serviceable. And there's a couple screws right here they can take out and you can get to that fuse pretty easily. That's the BMS right there. It is a 4S 150 amp BMS. And this is the leads that go down to individual cell. Here's some wiring diagram. Also, this is there's a switch that goes to the front where you can turn the battery off and on with just a push button switch. And let me go ahead and open the front so you can see the actual cells that are behind it. Right there, you have the 300 amp fuse. And lastly, I'm going to open the front. 3 screws on each side. This is probably one of the coolest features I think they have here. There's a piece of plastic, clear plastic, that protects it, so just in case there's any objects that fall, you don't want to short out these terminals. And instead of having cables and wires that connect the BMS to the cells, they've designed a custom circuit board. So you have main positive, main negative, then you have all these positives and negatives of all the cells. And they're labeled 1, 2, 3, and 4. And the wiring of the BMS is all done within this custom circuit board, and the whole circuit board screws down to the 4 cells that you can see under here. And these are 228 amp hour aluminum case cells that are under there. And then there is a sensor right here. This is something that you don't really see anywhere but in these batteries. This right here is another safety measure. It's by Battery Evo. And as far as I know, Battery Evo and Big Battery are the same company. So this is a aerosol fire extinguishing device. And this sensor senses if there is a fire inside your battery. And in theory, this is here to help protect that, to help extinguish that fire in this enclosure. The fuse, the built-in safety measures in the BMS, and also this fire extinguishing device makes this battery one of the safest batteries you can buy out there as far as I'm concerned. So there you go. That's the inside of the Big Battery Max2 228 amp hour 12 volt battery. So the pros of this battery obviously is the ease of access to the inside of the components. The build quality is really nice. They use very high-end components to build this, and all the user replaceable parts is something that I don't see really anywhere at this price range. And of course, the most important thing of all is this is a battery that is built with a lot of safety measures in mind. So I can't stress that enough. So some of the cons, first one that comes to mind obviously is that it's not the cheapest, but you do pay for that in some of the features that you get in this one that you don't get in the cheapest of all cheapest commercial batteries. The second thing is that this is a little bit heavier than the other, mostly because of this all metal enclosure construction. Cells are going to weigh roughly the same amount per kilowatt hours. All the other components are pretty much the same, so it's really just the metal enclosure that adds to the weight. If that's something you're concerned with, you may want to go with a battery that's got a plastic enclosure. It's going to save you a little bit of weight there. The non-standard size and shape could be a drawback for some of you, because some of you are pulling out like an AGM battery and you want to just kind of drop in a similarly sized battery. So this is gonna be, you know, less easy when you try to figure out the footprint and the height and the space that you're dealing with. There is no low temperature cutoff, so you're gonna have to deal with all of that on the charging side. Have a temperature sensor for your charger so that it stops charging it when the temperature drops below, because it's not built into the BMS. There's no Bluetooth connectivity, any kind of wireless connectivity. There's no way of measuring and seeing real-time voltages of the cells or real-time voltages of the batteries, but it does have a nice readout in the front though, so you can see the battery, overall battery voltage from the BMS. So where does this fall when it comes to price compared to the other options that are out there? If we just compare commercially available batteries that you can buy off the shelf, which this obviously is one. If you go to Amazon, some of the cheapest batteries you can find, and I have a couple of those batteries coming up in this channel as well for review, they're going to run about $350 to $400 for a 100 amp hour lithium iron phosphate battery. And that breaks down to about $311 per kilowatt hour. This one comes in at $496. So $496 versus $311. That's about a $200 per kilowatt hour difference. But if you compare this to a high-end battery that runs at about $850 for a 100 amp hour battery, and those are about $700 per kilowatt hour. So this is $200 per kilowatt hour less than that. So you can see this lands right in between the cheapest commercial battery and some of the most expensive commercial batteries. And of course, those high-end ones that cost $850 for a 100 amp hour battery are going to give you things like low temperature disconnect. They may have built-in heaters, but most of them, as far as I know, don't have the user accessibility of this one, and a lot of them don't have the safety features that are built into this as well. So if you take that into consideration, if safety is the highest priority you have when it comes to choosing a battery, I think this is the one for you. So there you go, that's my final review for the BigBattery Max2 lithium iron phosphate battery, 228 amp hours. I think it's a great battery. May not be for everybody, but for those of you that are really safety conscious, this I think is one of the top choices out there. I hope this video was helpful. Thanks as always for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.